As it was, welcome everyone at Cairo. Good morning. Welcome to our temple. Today's sermon is on moderation, being in the middle, being balanced, not overdoing things in order to have success and to have joy. Today we're going to talk about the importance in Ifa of taking it easy, and that's involving your finances, it's involving our eating habits, it's involving our spirituality, it's involving our relationships. We're going to talk about moderation in all these areas and how Oromia, who's our patron, how he and all the Orisha learned to be in the middle, to be balanced. And that's how they were successful. That's how we'll be successful. So please join us right now in morning prayers, and then we will go into our meet and greet, and then we'll start our sermon.
Moikao-tun, this is my right shoulder. Moikao-si, this is my left shoulder. Oriopo, Uriwako. Head of longevity and health, Uriwo Mochese. Ethiopia. Ololo Omi, cool peaceful water, pure tranquil water, the road that the vulture takes to get from heaven to earth, and the path that the vulture takes to get from earth to heaven. It's very demanding. This is the fast cast to Urumila when going to take Olomi to the owner of cool, peaceful waters, his wife. Ifa says it is an abomination. It is also a taboo in Ifa. Ifa, the Rigi Alo, will never allow Olomi Tutu to have a cheap death. Olomi Tutu and death have entered into covenant. Omidutu, but it's word refreshment. He let people refreshment to our home wherever our relatives die. I get people to refreshment to our spirits, and the spirits are protected. People are loyal, and it should be cool and not angry. Ibashe Okama, Ibashe Oloru, Ibashe Oloru Mari, Ibashe Oloru, Ibashe Benkwara, Ibashe to Yami, Ibashe to Babami, Ibashe to Yumale, Ibashe to Yorishas, Ibashe to Esho Garalaki, Oguna Lagote, Osoki Orimaka, he raised the healer who lives in freshwater, Ibashe to Obaluale, the owner of the infectious diseases, Ibashe to Orisha Oko, the elder in the land of Yahweh. Ibashe to Osai, he who runs faster in one leg than most do in 2 legs. Ibashe to Agayutola. Ibashe to Bigile, she who combs the hair with hope. Ibashe to Tangoka, the seal Tango. Ibashe to Watala, Ayaguna, Ubangari, Leo, Isha, Nano, Udua. Ibashe to Bigile, the miracle workers who bring prosperity. Ibashe the way, Yewa. Ibashe the Oba, Ibashe the Oke, Ibashe the Aje, the owner of money. Ibashe to Osu, stand upright and firm. Ibashe to Orumila, Egu, Aferefeyo, Agonilegon, he who witnessed creation and destiny, second command of Lord Almighty. Ibashe to Oshun, Yemo, she who brings the good air and shows us all the beauty and sweetness there is in this world. Ibashe to Oya, Yamsa, mother of 9, to continue the transition, owner of the wind. Ibashe to Egugu, Ibashe to Olu, the ancestors. Ibashe to Eke, Musu, Ibashe to the Yami, mother to the night. Ibashe to Yemayasa Suo Uki, Awoyo, the mother to nurture the word, she who owns all the fishes. Ibashe to Oloku, the owner of all prosperity and fortune and the holder of stability. Ibashe to our rulers, those who officiate our ceremonies. Ibashe to our Ayubona, those who supported and assisted us during those ceremonies. Ibashe to our Olorisha, those who brought Orisha to our home and began to teach us about Orisha. Ibashe to our Baba Ifa, those who teach about tradition Ifa and open future and full potential in our destiny. Ibashe to Arabani Ileite. Ibashe to Luaye, Ibashe to Arabaye, Ibashe to Ashedaye, Ibashe to Akodaye, Ibashe to Ayubonaye, Ibashe to Yanifaye, Ibashe to Babalawaye, Ibashe to Olorishaye, Ibashe to our family, our wives, our husbands, our children, our boyfriends, our girlfriends, Ibashe to our eyes so that we can continuously have vision. Ibashe to all the protectors that protect us. Ibashe to our lineages. lineages from our mothers and our fathers' lineages. Levi Shea, and may they all give witness to what we're doing today. Ashe. Ethiopia, repeat after me. Allah we bow, Allah we go. He who hears people's pleas and accepts the pleas. He who hears people's pleas and approves of the pleas. He who talks to the people and ensures that the talk is completely absorbed. He who hears people's pleas and accepts the pleas is the name of Ifa. He who hears people's pleas and approves of the pleas is the name of Eshodada. He who talks to the people and ensures that the talk is completely absorbed is the name of Orisha-Na. Orisha-Na. You are the one who molds human beings. The one who molds one cannot fail to impress one. The striped frog will hit that summer's rainfall. The bullfrog will hit that summer's downpour. It is whatever that their DuPont tree tells the earth, but the earth accepts. Whatever the big rat tells the earth, is what the earth accepts. All what I tell you, Ifa, please accept them and approve them. Ogunda Warren, the ocean is filled to the brim. The lagoon is filled to the passage. Alasan's going to a sign. Alasan's going to a sign. The wolf top of the rock. The elders thought over the matter and realized it was no longer favorable. They grew their mustache to cover their faces and grew their beards to cover their chests. This will be Ifa's declaration to Isheshe, traditionalism, to every head of the Awoko in Nigeria. What is one Isheshe? Olorumare is one Isheshe. It is Isheshe without the peace before appeasing in Orisha. Ondori is one Isheshe. It is Isheshe without the peace before appeasing in Orisha. The male and female genital organs want to shake it. It is the shake without the peas. Before appeasing in Orisha. It is the peas to shake it. It is the shake without the peas. Before appeasing in Orisha. The shake is the father of all the juju. It is the shake without the peas. Before appeasing in Orisha. The shake of your mother's name. The shake of your father's name. That you all hear and give approval to this abode. It is the shake of the peas before appeasing in Orisha. So gratitude upon gratitude is the reward of gratitude. To display benevolence upon benevolence is the reward of benevolence. Whoever does not show gratitude to yesterday's benevolence, such a person will not receive today's gratuity. This is God's declaration to the 401 Yerushalayim. We're going to marry Oprah. Gratitude. The daughter of Orisha Bougie. Obatala. They also declared the same to Orumila. I'm going to marry Oprah. The daughter of Orisha Bougie. I'm grateful. I received my gratuity. I'm grateful for yesterday's favor. I'm sure to receive today's gratuity. Oduda Ireke. I'm very grateful. Àwa dúpẹ́, àwa gbòòrè, àwa dúpẹ́ o, àwa gbòòrè, a dúpẹ́ àná o, a ó gbòòrè. Olódùmarè, àwa dúpẹ́, àwa gbòòrè, àwa dúpẹ́ o, àwa gbòòrè. gratitude. We come to receive our blessings. We come to demonstrate our gratitude for all of yesterday's favors. We're sure to receive our blessings from God, our heads, the primordial spirits, the ancestors, and the deified ancestors.
Eurosona tutu.
Eurosona tutu.
Counting down without soup can be difficult to consume.
Counting down without soup can be difficult to consume.
This will be 5 declarations to a tutu.
This is 5 declarations to a tutu.
The child of Aguilera Boom.
Child of Aguilera Boom.
He whose attitude was not acceptable.
He whose attitude was not acceptable.
He who was full of bad character.
He who was full of bad character.
He whose bad attitude had prevented him from coming into Ephah's domain.
He whose bad attitude had prevented him from coming to Ephah's domain.
Now we come to solicit on behalf of the tutu.
Now we have come to solicit on behalf of the tutu.
We have come to beg on behalf of the tutu.
We have come to beg on behalf of the tutu.
Father, please be patient and overlook this provocation.
Father, please be patient and overlook this provocation.
We have come to beg on behalf of the tutu.
We have come to beg on behalf of the tutu.
A ruler responded.
A ruler responded.
That those of you who come to beg on behalf of the tutu,
Those who come to beg on behalf of the tutu.
those of you who are soliciting on behalf of the tutu,
Those who are soliciting on behalf of the tutu.
how many children did Ephah have that he would pass one out?
How many children does God have to cast them out?
Those begging on behalf of the tutu.
Those begging on behalf of the tutu.
Opal, Medji, Ephah.
Ephah.
The king promotes the being.
The king who holds the
The
king.
king promotes the character.
The king who holds the character.
The king who supports the sister of being.
The king who supports the sister.
The king who holds the destiny.
The king who holds the destiny.
The king who holds the things of the name given or Isala.
The king who holds the king, the name given to Ishala.
The king who holds the destiny, the name given to Arubila.
The king who holds the destiny, the name given to Arubila.
The king who supports the sister of days, the name given to Wandori.
The king who supports the sister, the name given to Wandori.
The king who holds the destiny, the name given to Olumare.
The king who holds the destiny, the name given to Olumare.
Around the Medji.
Around the Medji.
I call on you by your formula.
I call on you by your formula.
Which is known as Ephah-Odu.
Known as Ephah-Odu.
You are the one who helps in organizing one's life.
You are the one who helps organize one's life.
For one's life to be fruitful.
For one's life to be fruitful.
You are the one who helps in organizing one's life. For one's life to be rewarding.
You are the one who helps organize one's life to be rewarding.
Please come and help me to organize my life.
Please come and help me to organize my life.
For to bless with wealth.
For to bless with
For
wealth.
to bless with children.
For to bless with children.
For to bless with all the good things in life.
For to bless with all the good things of life.
It is impossible to see the depth of the sea.
It is impossible to see the depth of the sea.
Do not let human beings get a evil in me.
Do not let human beings get a evil in me.
All what I'm doing, do not let me be betrayed.
All that I'm doing is not let me be betrayed.
It is impossible to the depth of the river.
It is impossible to see the depth of the river.
All what I'm doing, do not let human beings get a evil in me.
All that I'm doing is not let human beings get a evil in me.
Oh, Ronald Medji.
Ronald Medji.
I call on you by your formula.
I call you by your formula.
Which is known as Ephah-Odu.
Ephah-Odu.
Please let my mother be fruitful and one forever and ever.
Please let my mother be fruitful and one forever and ever.
Ashe Orisha lenu mio. Ashe Orisha lenu mi. Oko uhutimo ba mama enwio. Irumale opa ipa opa o. Ashe Orisha lenu mi.
Ashe Orisha lenu mio. Ashe Orisha lenu mi. Oko uhutimo ba mama enwio. Irumale opa ipa opa o. Ashe Orisha lenu mi.
Let the Ashe of the Risha manifest in our mouth. Let the Ashe of the Risha manifest in our mouth. Everything that we are saying will be heard by the Irumale. Ishva will also hear. Let the Ashe of the Risha manifest in our mouth.
Timo duro, Timo sure, Timo bere, Timo sure, Timo bule, Timo sure, Timo jogo, Timo sure, Ile Timo suori tipo. Timo duro, Timo sure, Timo bere, these here are all our prayers. Please, everybody here and at home, hold on to your heads. Orieni laureni o, Orieni laureni, mojiluro mofio mori, Orieni laureni, Orieni laureni o, Orieni laureni, mojiluro mofio mori, Orieni laureni. One's Zodiac, one's good luck charm to all success. One's Zodiac, one's good luck charm to all success. When we wake up in the morning, we hold on to our heads. One's Zodiac, one's good luck charm to all success. Odi, please continue to support us in everything that we do. Please help us do the things we need in life and to fulfill those things to help all Ide get to us and manifest and fulfill our destinies. Ashe. Ashe.
Welcome, everybody. It's good to see everybody. Good morning and well, let's take a few minutes to greet each other, and we'll start with our sermon. Sounds good. Made another Sunday.
Like it is, really good, huh? Psychology.
Welcome.
Thank you, Baba.
How's that social?
You said what?
It was kind of along the lines that I was thinking. It just gave it a lot more direction.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I guess it is funds now.
You what?
To get to re-answer your question, I guess it is more the funding than it is everything else.
Yeah.
Because I've already kind of made the switch.
Yeah. That's good. Or read. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Baba, how you doing? Happy Sunday.
So Carly's having a Shake Shack.
Well, she hasn't started yet. She's got the job Friday.
Some money.
Thank God. It's so expensive.
Contributing member to the household, huh?
Yes. It's still like the knickknacks.
Yeah. Something. Yeah. Give something. Give something. Generate something.
Yeah, I'm
Otro que le recomiendo es el Cerro Verde. Precioso. Y es muy agradable el menos tiempo los locales de Corona.
Así me dijo mi mamá, así, ella está allá ahorita. Pero más que todo en la quinta.
Ah, ok. Pero mire, siempre sí, es bueno que vaya, todos lados. Sí, sí, sí.
Baba, how are you?
Hey, Baba, how are you? All right. Baba?
Mamá, ¿cómo has estado? ¿Has estado bien? Ok.
It works, it's small.
Hey, Chad, how are you?
Let me see it.
I thought it was gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Boy, Chad,
How was your
long
day?
time I don't see you.
I know. Where you been? I play softball. I play basketball and softball.
Le digo a Candy, ¿qué pasó con el ron? Le digo yo, que no llegó con los ron. En la galera donde estaba, se Juan se quedó afuera, ¿no?
Sí,
Y le llegó.
así pasa.
Ah, muchas
Es una vida buena.
¿Hoy vino soltero, güey?
¿Ah?
Hoy vino soltero.
Sí, mi esposa estaba un poco rendida. Trabajó hasta como a las 11 de la noche. De las 9:30 de la mañana. Y ya tiene bastante que se
¿De qué?
No, 4 años.
Sí.
Cuba lo hizo.
Con Gerardo, no sé si Gerardo Flores.
Gerardo. No,
Usted ha ido con él.
ya.
Ahí queda en la ciudad deportiva. Ahí enfrente del estadio. Queda la casa. Creo que se llama.
Yo iba allí por donde está el hotel Vedado.
Oh, ok.
Allí iba yo a la casa el amigo se llama Joel.
Oh,
Sí, pero yo creo que este muchacho se vino para acá, por aquí, como que oye decir yo que andaba.
oh. No, pero inicialmente hice el igual. Soy lo hice en la casa.
Sí, pero
outside of San Juan.
me arrastré o loco. Con 9 trimanas alrededor de los documentos del aeropuerto.
¿Oh, sí?
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Welcome everyone. So it's great to see you all today. Oh, and welcome, yeah, it's here. And thank you for coming to Temple. Thank you for coming, for being present. Thank you for helping us to build our family. And thank you for those online. We're grateful. It's nice. It's nice to have an IFA anchor, an IFA institution. And our goal is just to build more and more of these. We want there to be IFA temples on every corner, or at least in every city or every neighborhood of every city, so that you can begin to find your IFA spirituality, your spiritual grounding, wherever you might be. If you imagine if you travel to any city, and you're gonna, of course, when you travel, you go to the beach, you might go to the mountains, you might go to the downtown art entertainment district, but you say, hey, you know what? Let's go check out IFA Temple real quick for that spiritual impulse, that spiritual. And let's see how they do things in Chicago, how they do things in Milwaukee, how they do things in Tampa, how they do things in Havana, how they do. You might be in one of these cities and you might want to see, well, what's the IFA Temple like here? That's the reality that most Christians and Muslims and Jewish people and Hindus have right now. Why don't we have that? Because we need to build it. We will build it. It's going to happen. You see, it's great to be able to, wherever you are in the world, it's nice to be able to pursue your faith. Yeah, you'll do all your other things you need to do, but you want that spiritual boost. And so that's what we're building. That's what we want to do, is make sure there are IFA temples all over the country and in different parts of, in given cities. If you're in uptown New York, Manhattan, you may not be able to get down to the Wall Street neighborhood of Chinatown for the IFA temple. If you're in Brooklyn, you may not be able to get to Queens. There should be temples in all the big cities all over the place. And so that's what we're working for little by little. It just takes cooperation. It takes flexibility. It takes good character. And what it really takes, and this is what I want to talk about today, is moderation. You know, what is moderation? Moderation means being in the middle on things. And moderation means not showing excessive, overly zealous, extreme, not showing those things. Ifa asks us to be moderate in everything we do. And it's rough because we live in a very immoderate age, right? We live in the age of binge watching. How many people could just watch one episode on Netflix? No one. Because the minute the episode's over, what happens?
You want more?
It starts showing you, even if you don't want more, what do they want you to do? You have to actually do things to stop it. And they're not easy to get down that little arrow and click stop. Yeah, let me just watch one more. Then you have binge watched. Okay? You might have binged eaten. You might have binged loved. You might have binged emotioned. So we'll talk about the importance of being moderate because Orunmila is our patron. He's our deity. And Orunmila is the teacher of Oshun, Obatala, Shango, Ogun, Osain, Egungun. Orunmila is the teacher of them. So whatever Orunmila taught those deities, he's also teaching us every day. He teaches us through the Ifa stance. And Orunmila was very moderate. He took it easy. And we need to take it easy if we want to live long. You might notice some people are not taking it easy. And you can just see how their life is up and down, up and down, up and down. It's nothing you want to emulate. Well, we want to be the type of people who have lives that others want to emulate. We want to love our lives. We want to love our lives. So let us start first what Ifa says about moderation. Let's go to the Ode of the Year. Anybody remember what the Ode of the Year is? Because I've just forgotten it. What's the Ode of the Year? Good, Irosum Sa, yes. That was just a test. Actually, this stands from Irosum Sa. Because what it says in here is that, okay, this is the Odu cast for us. Like if you don't do any readings all year, you can actually just use the philosophy of Irosum Sa to get you through the year, and you should be okay. You should be okay because it gives some very good advice. So what it says is we must be living moderate this year. Please repeat after me. Irosum Sa.
Irosum Sa.
To heed advice.
To heed advice.
To seek counseling.
To seek counseling.
Refusal to heed advice.
Refusal to heed advice.
Refusal to seek counseling.
Refusal to seek counseling.
Forces one.
Forces one.
To put his cap on sideways and wander throughout the land.
To put his cap on sideways and wander around the land.
Yes. This was Castifa.
This was Castifa.
For Mofo Yewa.
For Mofo Yewa.
The queen of the palace.
The queen of the palace.
She was advised to offer a bow.
She was advised to offer a bow.
And she complied.
And she complied.
Now Mofo Yewa.
Now Mofo Yewa.
The queen of the palace.
The queen of the palace.
We love your character.
We love your character.
We love it when we love we love the strength of your discipline.
We love the strength of your discipline.
Momo Yewa.
Momo Yewa.
We love your character.
We love your character.
We love the gentility of your character.
We love the gentility of your character.
Okay. So this is about, it's what Ifa is saying, that we've got to be firm in life sometimes. And we've also got to be very gentle in life. And Irosum Sa says to be both of those. But it doesn't say in any situation you can be overly harsh. So let me ask you all the question. If you are being both firm and strict and also gentle at the same time, are you being extreme?
No.
Not really, because if you are one extreme, the other extreme, it pulls you back to the middle. And so what Ifa is saying in Irosum Sa is we must be both firm and we must be gentle at the same time. If we can do that, we'll find ourselves being rather moderate. For example, we see something we don't like in front of our house. There she is. She's got her dog on my lawn again. And she has no baggies. She's not going to pick it up. I'm just going to watch her. I'm going to go out there today and I'm going to tell her. Okay, and that's me being overly strict, overly harsh. I'm going to discipline. I'm going to teach her a lesson today. On the other hand, there she is. Oh, her dog is making a mess on my lawn. Well, I better not say anything. I might offend her. You see, if you're too extreme in another direction, you just allow things to develop that should not develop. So what Ephos says, it warns against extreme behavior in either direction. So a moderate choice would be to see the woman on the lawn and to gently knock on your window to her, instead of running up to her, right, which is what a lot of people love to do, and just waving and greeting. You're being moderate. And once you've gotten her attention, to say, is that your dog? Yeah, is that your dog? I'm just checking, because I know the dog's with you. Yeah, well, that's in New York right there. I see you. But that'll work. Hi, we're here. Is that your dog? Do you need a baggie? Do you need a piece of newspaper? What do you need right now? Because there's something on the lawn that wasn't there. You see, we want to be moderate with things. And really a lot of people just come out and say, hey, what's going on here? Pick it up. I told you. What if she said, that's actually not my dog? I'm just walking down the street and a dog You see, we just don't know it. Immoderate behavior forces us to get ourselves into trouble. And it can actually cut our lives short. We'll be talking about that. How many people have perished, have died, have gotten sick, have lost opportunities because they were not moderate, they were not in the middle. We've seen it, and we'll be talking about that today. So Ephos says in Erosion, so I try to be moderate throughout the year so that people can love your character because of your strictness and of how gentle you are. It's all together at the same time. That's what a good parent does, that's what a good leader does, that's what a good teacher does. You're both firm and you're gentle at the very same time. Okay. That's in fact how Olodumare is. Olodumare is a firm teacher and a gentle and forgiving teacher. That's how God works. So, Ephos says, in all things we do, we need to take it easy. Ikameji speaks all about this. Please repeat. Ikameji.
Ikameji.
The sharp edge of a metal spike.
The sharp edge of a metal spike
Cannot be grasped by the hand.
cannot be grasped by the hand.
The avaricious person
The avaricious person
is glancing sideways in a continuous manner.
is glancing sideways in a continuous manner.
His eyes and his mind are never at rest.
His eyes and his mind are never at rest.
The snake
The snake
does not move leisurely through the farm
does not move leisurely through the farm
with its young ones.
with its young ones.
This was Ephos' message
This was Ephos' message.
for Karanasi,
For Karanasi,
who will grow old and feeble
You will grow old and feeble
and live to be 3,000 years old.
and
and live to be 3,000 years old.
He was advised to offer Ebo,
He was advised to offer a
and
loan,
he complied.
and he complied.
Before long, not too far,
Before long, not too far,
join us in the midst of long life.
join us in the midst of long life.
It does not die like other brooms.
It does not die like other rooms.
Shashara,
Shashara.
it does not die like other brooms.
It does not die like other rooms.
So this is the story of a man named Karanasi. Karanasi was a middle-aged person, and he was very, very much in love with his life. See, that's one thing about life. It helps, and this is what we teach you, it helps to be in love with your life. It helps to want to live long, because if you want to live long, then you will do things to live long. If you are not sure whether or not you want to be alive, that's another sermon. That's on another Sunday. Why should I live? Why should I be here? That's another sermon. But let's assume right now you want to be alive. You want to obtain certain things. You want to arrive at certain levels. Well, that's how Karanasi was. Karanasi loved his life. His only question was, how can I live longer? What can I do to make sure I keep living? Because there's a lot of stuff I want to do, and I need a lot of years to do it. And I don't want to lose my chances. Well, he went to cast Ephah, and the names of the Babalaos. See, this is one thing as we've grown our Ephah studies, all of us, and I include myself in this, we all need to begin to look at the names of those Babalaos and in Ephahs, in those Ephah verses. The three owls he went to, one was named the sharp edge of a metal spike. You know, like the end of a spike. A sharp edge of a metal spike cannot be grasped by the hands. Anybody ever saw a metal spike and just grabbed it with your hand on the end? Nobody's going to do that. The avaricious, the greedy person, is the one who's always glancing sideways. His eyes and his mind are never at rest. Okay, what's the teaching there? It said that people who are greedy and shady are always worried they're going to get caught. It's another teaching. So one is telling you, don't reach out and grab a metal spike. Don't do dangerous things. Number two, don't be greedy and avaricious and sneaky, because if you are, you'll always be watching your back. Here's another one. The snake does not move leisurely with its young ones through the farm. Okay, so if you see a mother snake and a bunch of baby snakes, are they going to casually stroll through the middle of the farm in the day? What could happen to them? They'll all get killed, because nobody wants to see a snake on a farm.
Right.
That's a way of saying don't be where you don't belong. Don't go where you don't need to be. Okay, so those are the names of the Awos. You see, the Awos names have teachings for us all. It might sound like poetry, but there's always something in there. Well, these three Awos, they cast Ifa for Karanasi. Karanasi said, I just want to live long. I'm in love with my existence. I love what I'm doing. I just want to keep doing it longer, right? I don't plan to retire. I may never cash in that 401k. It may just keep accumulating because I'm not going to cash it in. No, I don't need that Social Security because I'm going to keep working. All right. Well, they told him you can live long, Karanasi. And the way you can live long is to take it easy. That's where the title of the sermon comes from, Take It Easy. It says, do not drag any contention around with anybody. If you're about to see a fight coming, go the other way. If you see trouble on your road, find a way around it. If you have disagreement with someone, find a way to solve it quickly. So how many of us live that way? How many of us are in peace with everybody we know? I mean, everybody. Very few of us, right? It's not easy living in this world, being at peace with everyone and everything, including those people who are not easy to deal with. They told Karanasi, be at peace with those people too. So Karanasi says, well, but there's some people you don't understand, Baba. There's some people you can never make them happy. The Baba says, well, that's on you to figure out a way to find that peace. If you really want to live long, you will not be carrying hatred and anger in your heart. And you will not have wicked thoughts against other people. They told Karanasi, in all cases, once something is done, drop it. Let it go. Right? So how many of us are still carrying injuries or traumas or stress or experiences even 10, 20, 30, 40 years later? In fact, we now have to rent a U-Haul and storage space for all of our trauma, because we like to carry it with us. And when we go on vacation, we put it in the U-Haul and we bring it with us. We only go 3 miles an hour down the highway. It takes us days. In fact, some of us, we carry so much trauma and stress and drama with us that when we go on vacation, we're really not on a vacation. We're just in a different place doing the same thing.
Baggage.
Baggage, yeah, a lot of baggage, yeah. And similar to the airport. What happens if you have too much baggage? What do they tell you when you try to check your stuff in? What's going to happen? You got to pay for it. Yeah. It's not included. Well, that's how life is too. The more baggage you carry, you have to pay for it. And it gets heavy. And here's the other funny thing about the more baggage you carry. The more baggage you carry, some of it gets lost. Meaning you begin to drop other things. You begin to lose obligations. I'm just speaking in modern terms, they told Karanasi, anything you resolve, let it go now. Don't keep reminding people about things. That's the past. They said, if you want to live long, take it easy. You've got to cut that umbilical cord of anger and of reminding people and of teaching and showing people how they need to be. Cut that cord. Well, Karanasi says, I think I can do that. They then told Karanasi, there's another part to this too, so that's your emotional part. They told him spiritually, Karanasi, let go of guilt, let go of shame, let go of self-hatred for yourself. If you want to live long, you've got to love yourself. And Karanasi is like, how am I going to do that? He said, again, let go of the fear you might have that you'll be punished by God and the Orishas. They're not punishing deities. They don't punish. We might punish ourselves through actions. The deities, the Orishas, are not punishing us, right? So in today's modern terms, a lot of people basically do stuff in Ifa out of fear. Let's just be honest. They do stuff. They're afraid. They don't do this, this is going to happen to me. And it's not so much that the Orishas are going to do that. It's just part of nature because Ifa talks about nature and talks about balance. And so, for example, if I drink poison, no Orisha is punishing me. The poison is punishing me because I put it in my system. Well, the Orishas operate in this system of nature and balance. So if I do things outside of nature, the punishment is, it's really just a lesson. So they told Karanasi, let go of fear of external forces punishing you. Try to live in balance so you don't break some of those natural laws in the first place. He said, give me some practical examples of that. One, they told him, you've got to eat moderately. Anybody here over eating too much of a good thing? How do you feel the next day? Yeah, you stay home today, right? Or you drank too much of a good thing. Anyone ever drank too much of a good thing? Yes, you know, I went to this high-priced whiskey tasting because I'm a connoisseur whiskey drinker. You know, and I went there and it was $80 to have samples of all the fine. Man, I felt terrible the next day. I thought I didn't think that would happen. Well, yes, it happened because you drank too much.
Right.
Or some people say, I went to a cigar lounge and I tried some of my favorite cigars and I came out feeling swollen and puffy, my eyes are red. Yes, it was a high-class experience, but you overdid it. You weren't moderate. Or let's go to the other extreme. I was so busy yesterday, I didn't have time to drink water all day. How are you going to feel if you don't drink water all day? You're going to feel dehydrated, terrible. You're beginning that headache at night, and there's really nothing you can do about that headache except go to sleep and try to start over. Next morning, you'll drink water. Okay? Or I was so busy yesterday, I didn't even have time for lunch. So they told Karanasi, eat good food moderately and drink, in these days, just drink water because that was the main drink. Drink water, drink good water. Don't drink too much because if you're running to the bathroom so much, you're also overstressing your kidneys, you know? You can drink too much water, you all. You can drink too much water. And you can drink too little water. So they said, don't be on extremes, be in the middle, be moderate. If your social relationship is moderate, your spirituality is moderate, and if your eating habits, your prayer habits are moderate, right? You'll be okay. So Karanasi took all that advice and Karanasi went home. He began to make up with people. If he offended somebody, he said, I'm sorry. Okay, let's just drop it. He went to family members. He healed those rifts. Some of them wanted to accept what he had. Others didn't. But you know what? He cut the umbilical cord. He let it go. So he was free and clear now. He began to eat well. He began to drink reasonable amounts of things. Okay? I guess in today's terms, it would be like saying he joined the gym, but he wasn't there every morning and every evening for an hour. Because that's a lot. That's a lot. If you're working out every single day, when are you resting? You see? Or, for Ifa people, are you going to receive all 801 deities? Where will you put them? You'll need a lot of shelves. And you'll need lay a system. In fact, I once known Olarisha, he had, and I say this in front of Ifa and Eshu, he had so many deities, he had to build storage in his garage. He built shelving units, and he had to label them. He had well over 160 Orisha. With labels and names, because he barely remembered all the names, and his assistants, his helpers in Omo, they didn't remember all the names. So it was an Orisha museum. Some had only been fed one time. The day he got it, he never even opened it again. He was an Orisha collector. We know that's not spiritually where you need to be. And if you're going to do that, you need to do it in a balanced way by getting many, many people to help you and keep that museum going in a living way. Okay. Well, Karanasi did all this. He noticed he was living longer. He was feeling good. He began to appear younger than people around him. Because a lot of what people carry on you is your trauma and your drama and your habits. It's all over your face. Like whatever we do, it's there. It's there, you all. It's in our bodies. It's built into what we do. Well, as he began to age, guess what happened? What happens is, anybody here over, just don't be shy, anybody here over 50?
Yes.
Anybody, okay. What starts to happen in your life as you start to get into your 50s and stuff? What do you start to go to more of? You might go to more bathroom more, yes. You might, if you're a man, you certainly will. Where do you go more to?
Well, the doctor.
You might go to the doctor a little more, yeah, a little more attention on that, yeah.
To sleep, to bed.
You might go to the dentist more.
The eye doctor.
You also go to more funerals, right?
Yeah.
The funerals start to kind of increase slowly.
They do.
So for all of you who are in your 20s and 30s, enjoy it. You're not going to any funerals, or very, very, very few. It's few. As you get older, you seem to be going to more funerals. They just, like, the frequency picks up. Like, wow, I was just at a funeral. I just got these clothes out of the cleaners. I'm going to go back again to one. Because they start happening. People start to make their transition. It might be relatives, friends. It may be for natural or unnatural reasons. As we get older, we start to go to more funerals. Well, in Karanasi's case, he noticed that too. So in the old days in West Africa, yeah, getting older, more funerals. My friend, oh, that was my buddy. Oh, my auntie, I thought she would never leave. More and more people. His parents. He was getting older, and even more people were passing away. And yet he, Karanasi, still had that young look on his face. Because he'd let go. He put so much stuff in the closet. I'm not even going to deal with that. That's not his problem anymore. He got so old that the people who were supposed to, who had planned, you see, because West Africa was very organized, people planned like how you'll be buried. It's very well set up. The people who were supposed to be his pallbearers to carry his coffin, then they died. He outlived the people who were supposed to be at his funeral. Yeah. That's why Ifas spoke metaphorically, said, who lived to be 3,000 years old. He lived so long that he saw some of the youth from that when he was older, his youths, he went to their funerals when they got old. Right? So he was up into the hundreds now. 130, 140. And if you talk to people who live very long, you notice they've let go of so many things. They just don't get involved in too much struggle and drama. They live very moderate lives. They don't eliminate something, and they don't do too much of it. Has anyone ever seen an image on TV of like somebody like, well, how can he be 107? He still smokes a cigar once in a while. I thought cigars killed you. Well, yeah, too many do. And for some people, too few will kill you also. Okay, or how can she drink wine? Or how can he still be doing these half marathons when he's 97? It's very interesting. It's because too much or too little of something will kill you. Ifaz says be moderate. Anything that's good in life, be moderate. I'm not saying, for dangers, like don't just do a little bit of drugs. No. Just drugs are not good. But of the things that are accepted and moderate in life that we can do that are legal, be in the middle. Well, Baba, I'm a vegan. I will never, never, never touch meat again. Don't say never, because we just don't know. You might need it. Okay? One of my very, very close friends, she was a hardcore vegan, raised her family as vegans. Dedicated vegan. She herself was a vegan for I've learned she was a vegan 30 years ago. But as she suffered health problems, the doctors told her the best way for you to be healthy, you've got to eat very clean protein in the form of flesh. She had to go back to it. Okay? So you see, you can't be too much from one direction. You've got to be in the middle. You've got to be moderate on all things. Now, Karanasi did this. Karanasi grew so old that by the time his funeral came, there was no one left to bury him who he even knew anymore. Because by that time, he did begin to lose his faculties. I mean, at 140, 145, 145, you start to it's time to check out. He became very, very old. Can't live forever. It's time, you gotta go home sometime. It's like, he began to lose some of his faculties and stuff. He didn't recognize anybody, But what he remembered was all the people whose funerals he went to that they were supposed to be at his funeral. His only regret, he only had one regret for living long. What do you all think it was? His only regret was that he had outlived everyone he'd known as a child and as an adult. They were all gone. He said, and that was rough for him to deal with. Okay, and again, that's the moderation of it. It's not like, I'm 145 and I feel great. He had actually lived a very, very long time. But he had a very rich, interesting life. So he lived a moderate life. And so Ifa says we need to be moderate. Let's try to be in the middle and everything. Now, how do we apply that to 2024? Because this is important to apply these ancient wisdom teachings to the world we live in. Let's talk about emotion. Let's talk about the field of romance and these things. So some of us, we love to give and give and give and give and give and give. Okay? And we always feel empty. Right? And then some of us, as a reaction to that, we say, I'm never giving again. And then we feel selfish. Well, Ifa says either extreme is not what we want. In fact, the social psychologists talk about a inverse U, an upside down U, U, the letter U. Think of an upside down U. What the social psychologists and clinicians have noticed is that for people who engage in extreme activities, and they've studied this, and Ifa confirms it exactly, for those kind of people who have a tendency to be extreme, if you measure their level of joy, it starts low, and as they intensify their behavior and get more and more and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into it, deeper and deeper into it, their pleasure level goes up and it reaches a certain peak. And once they've reached that peak, and it might be emotional, that they're giving all the time. They're always doing, they're always showing how much they love their partner. How long do you think that's going to last?
Short-lived.
And then it starts to go on the other side of the reverse U. Their pleasure for that experience decreases. That's why some people continually find themselves in a cycle of doing something extreme and then coming down the other side. Same for drugs and alcohol and any type of addictive behavior as well. You get that initial high, you peak, and then you crash again. It's human nature. And if I had just been reflecting that you can't be extreme in these things. Then there's some other people who say, I will never give to anyone. I'm going to stay closed. I've been hurt too many times. And they get very good at that. And they get comfortable and they say, I have not been hurt in 7-8 years. So they're at that peak of feeling good about not giving. But then as they get older, they begin to notice, I have no connection to anybody. Okay? That's when they begin to experience that drop on the other side. So think of it, it'd be great to be able to ride your high all the time, but we can't do it. It's not part of human nature. It's better to be in the middle, where you don't have to go up and go down so much. In another area, consumption, shopping. Okay? Some of us love to buy and buy, and we buy to feel good. And we have all the Christmas toys in front of us now, and we look at it and we say, none of this is worth anything. Okay, here's a guy at Amazon man at the door bringing something else. I don't even care what's in it. I'm not even opening the boxes as fast as I used to, they say. Let's go to the other extreme. The person who wants to be so austere, that means like they don't want to do it. I'm just going to live in a white box, and it's just me in the box with a glass of water. That's how I'm going to live the rest of my life. How will you be able to enjoy life being so austere? You see, too much of these extremes are not what we want to do. Now, Ifa says be moderate. What is the main character attribute of being moderate? It's being patient. Because most people feel they have to rush to achieve things and get things. It might be love, it might be mature. They rush because they feel if I don't get this quickly, I may lose it. I may lose him. I may lose her. If I can't show her how much I love her, if I can't show Ida how much I care for her, she may leave me. Ifa says, take it easy. You're not going to be losing anything. So the first one is patience, and this was reflected in the Odu called Ogbe Ogunda, Ogbe Yono, which talked about patience. Please repeat after me. Ogbe Yono.
Ogbe Yono.
Uncontrollable anger amounts to nothing.
Uncontrollable anger amounts to nothing.
Patience is the father of good character.
Patience is the father of good character.
The elder who is patient.
The elder that is patient.
Such an elder will enjoy the life of Ifa.
Such an elder will enjoy the life of Ifa.
A person licking pure honey.
like a person looking pure honey.
This was cast Ephah for character
This was cast Ephah for
and
character
for destiny.
and for
They
destiny.
were both coming from heaven to earth.
They were both coming from heaven to earth.
Now, character.
Now character.
Please do not spoil my destiny.
Please do not spoil my destiny.
So Ephah is just saying there that it's our character that can actually mess up our life or enhance our life. Character will determine how happy you are. And so in the area of moderation, be patient. Don't rush to be one thing or another. Don't rush to be completely loving, and don't rush to be the one who hates. Ephah also said an important part of controlling your moderation is our anger. Because a lot of people do things out of anger or extreme reaction. I mean, that's basically the United States politics right now. Everyone's reacting in one way or another to the anger and the fear they have over what may happen on November 4th. People are making plans. Please repeat, this is also from the same Obayona. Please repeat after me. Do not get angry unnecessarily,
Do not get angry unnecessarily.
so you do not fight unnecessarily.
So you do not fight
And do
unnecessarily.
not fight unnecessarily,
And do not fight
so
unnecessarily.
you are not blamed unnecessarily.
So you are not blamed unnecessarily.
Okay, thank you. So what Ephah is just saying there is that if we get anger, if we motivate ourselves based on anger and extreme behaviors, it will lead to fight. Ephah didn't mean fight like that. It meant conflict with people. And by blame, Ephah meant, now you've had this conflict with Baba or Iya, and now someone else looks at it and says, told you not to do that. You see, extreme beliefs force us to be in trouble. So we look at United States politics and the politics of so many countries, it's all about being extreme. If we look at the online world, extreme personalities, Ephah says jettison, get rid of that, shoot that stuff out into space. Or, get rid of extreme behaviors. Now, Ephah also says that some of us don't know how to be moderate. We don't know quite, because I may be moderate like Baba or Iya, or I may be moderate like you, but it doesn't feel right to me. And you just, I'm hearing all this, but how will this be for me? How will I be moderate? How can I live long and be in the middle of these things? Well, Ephah says it's very good to cast Ephah. It's very good to cast Ephah on that. And this was described in the Odu Obarafun. And Obarafun discussed the importance so much of doing this. Please repeat to me. Repeat after me. Obarafun.
Obarafun.
This was cast Ephah.
This was cast Ephah
For the one who was seeking to be in the middle.
for the one who was seeking to be in the middle.
Okay. So Ephah is just saying there, be moderate in all things and be close to Ephah. Now, Ephah readings, Ephah divination are very good for that. Ephah also said the last thing about moderation is please make sure you examine your life carefully. So remember in the story how Karanasi, he didn't just get all that information in one day. It was a process. He said, I want to live long. What's the process for it? How do I, I want to be healthy. Am I going to join a gym and start working out before and after work every day and drink tons of protein powder and get as muscular as fast as I can? No, he didn't say. It was a process. Okay, it was a process. He took it slowly. And Ephah said the same thing. We all need to examine our lives carefully. Okay? This is from Osai Wardi. Please repeat after me. Osai Wardi.
Osai Wardi.
Osa, take a look.
Osa, take a look.
Iwori, take a look.
Iwori, take a look.
Whatever we look at together
Whatever we look at
is
together
bound to come out well.
is bound to come out well.
This is cast Ephah for deliberation.
This is cast Ephah for deliberation.
Who is the elder sibling of Ephah consultation?
Who is the elder sibling of Ephah consultation?
Now, they revised to offer a vote,
They revised offer a vote,
and they complied.
and they complied.
I have consulted with my deliberation
I have consulted with my deliberation
before consulting with Ephah.
before consulting with Ephah.
So what Ephah said there is, if you all want to do a reading, that's great. It's always good to do it. But did you consult, did you cast deliberation first? Meaning, did you look at the issue from many ways? I want to buy a car. I want to know if I should join that gym. I want to know if I should buy a home. I want to know if I should marry that girl or if I should marry that guy, whatever it is. Did you consult with your ori, it's called deliberation. Did you, in simple terms, think about it? Ifa says if we do that, it's bound to come out well. Ifa will just then guide you afterwards. Remember, of the two, which one is older, deliberation or consultation?
Deliberation.
Deliberation, yeah. Meaning your own ori is actually precedes casting. It's considered the elder sibling. If we do this, and we will live long, y'all. How many people in here want to live long? I'm just curious. Can we see a show of hands? How many people want to live to be 70 years old? Raise your hand if you want to be 70. How about 80? 90? 100? 110. Who wants to be 110 here? Okay. Who wants to be 120? Who say, you know what? Yeah, 120. I pray that we all get there. I pray that we all live as long as Olodumare had programmed us. And I also pray that we have the types of behaviors that encourage that, to be very moderate. Be moderate in what you eat, what you drink. Be moderate in how you deal with people. If you notice your moods are always like, I'm happy today, I'm happy. And then you're dropping. That's not moderate. Let's find a way to be somewhere in the middle. We talked about that reverse you. Well, what the psychologists have found is that the way to break up those peaks and those valleys, is to seek moderation. Now, they recommended different types of pharmaceutical drugs and all that. I'm not sure that we need any of that. We have our character, we have our Ifa teachings to keep us there, and we have each other. So with that, we will succeed. I say thank you for listening. Thank you all for listening. It's always a pleasure to give Ifa sermon. Now, what we'd like to do is, we'd like to take a moment and give the Ose for Eshu and Ifa. And what we're praying for, our prayer point today is moderation, that we live in the middle, that we enjoy life, and we take it easy, so we can really, finish the whole marathon. Life is a marathon. Please, if you wish to make a contribution to our temple, we're always happy to have it. It's great. People who are our monthly members are doing it that way. You give $1 or $1 million, we don't really care, as long as you put your heart into it. Yeah, and also, for a lot of people, it's your time, it's your showing up, or it's work you do for other people that we also view as your contribution. So do what you can do. That's all we ask you from. I'm going to pass the basket if anyone wishes to make a contribution. That song says be cool, and an arrow means coolness. So let's be cool, calm, in the middle on everything. Don't be extreme on anything. Take it easy. We're now going to call on Oshe Torah, the holy messenger Odu, to carry this prayers to heaven.
Oshe Torah. Time you feet of Tubu. The stripe of chameleon is not a use his head here. Had it been enough to use his head here, I would have taken it home and thrown my head with it. This is the ephod declaration. To Warela. We're going on a spiritual mission to each other. We call on local police here to pay our money. We call on Arela and respect each other. Oshe Arela is a good Arwo. Oshe Torah. The opportunity is which stays in the form of beasts of coastal drums. The rock of the wilderness. It is which when fell show signs of affliction. The holy palm trees. Sprout 16 palm fronds. I am a good blacksmith. I fashion good hoe. Which can be used to show off among fellow blacksmiths. This is Ephod's declaration. To the inhabitants of Ibadan. Those who eat snails to their satisfaction. Shall prepare echo meal for their children. Tale. The award for Anisaki. Offspring of bull worshippers. Who cannot fashion a tusk. And a blacksmith who does not know how to manufacture beads. They were the ones who cast Ephod for them in Illirin town. They do not recognize the value of offering a bow. They do not believe in offering a tutu. They were dying foolish deaths in droves. All these matters are enough to seal the liberation. I think it's another declaration. The declaration to Abiyah Kuto. The Alumura. Broken calabash to carry a boat. This is Ephod declaration to Tete. Who would act as Oshe Torah's mother. It's a rare wealth that we are looking for. Which we have not been able to secure, There's a rare spouse that we are looking for. Which we have not been able to secure, It's a rare children that we are looking for. Which we have not been able to secure, This is a rare long life that we are looking for. Which we have not been able to secure, As a benefit of all Hebrew life we were looking for. Which we have not been able to secure, Oshe Alerwa. To the offspring of the chief Oke Appa. Ephod, you have heard Edu. Ephod, you have heard it all. Here comes Ashewele. The Mother Earth is equal listening. The Awo has now reached the stage. Where the Mother Earth is equal listening. And accepting the plea of the Awo. Do I sing? May it be so. Surely shall it be. Ashe.
Bobo iretiasu, ifa obolorun, àti ibatiaju, ifa obolorun, Oshe Arwela ifatigbo.
Bobo iretiasu, ifa obolorun, àti ibatiaju, ifa obolorun.
here in heaven. All the references that we've given, you're here in heaven. Oshedewela, I heard it all. Ifa, we've given you praise. We are thankful. We ask for forgiveness. We ask for the things we need through prayer and song. We ask that you remove the hand of death, sickness, and addiction, despite losses, delusions, fear, negativity, contention, and decapacitate those who send negative energy spirits against us and loved ones and return to the center. In return, bless us. Bless our homes. Bless our families. Bless our spouses. Bless our children. Bless our vision. Bless our peace of mind and our reason. Bless our ease. Bless and ease our ears to be able to hear the counsel that we've given and follow that counsel as we learn today. Bless our tongue to speak properly and positively and bring things to manifestation. Bless our hands to continue to work and bring prosperity to us and our loved ones. Bless our feet to continue to walk on our journey to our destiny. Bless us with hope. Bless us with a good job. Bless us with transportation. Bless us with good character. Bless us with understanding. Bless us with good strategy. Bless us with good communities to fulfill the dreams that we have as we work as a community together and do the things we need to have all you get to us. And also, please bless us to appreciate today more than yesterday and have victory over all our enemies.
Bati Willow Marie, Bati Willow Marie, Bati Willow Marie, Bati Willow Marie, we and Arotiromo, Bati Willow Marie, Bati Willow Marie, Bati Willow Marie, oh Naipa, Bati Willow Marie, Bati Willow Marie, Bati Willow Marie. May everything that we pray for this morning may come to pass. We will see you all next week. May the Lord bless us all.